Hi guys, today I'm going to do a calla lily and put a little bumblebee on it. What I'm going to do though, I think is put the bumblebee first because then I don't have to let the calla lily dry. So I have the large bee. I'm going to put a small bee here and see I don't know. Let's do the small bee. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our stencil brushes. And the first thing I do with this brush, this has licorice in it, but I keep it dry. These are wonderful stencil brushes. I have a set of three. They're synthetic nylon bristles. So they're wonderful. Look at this handle. All right. So you get a set with a 20, a 16, and a 12. And they are Mac Daddy wonderful. Stencil brushes usually are dry and rough. And go underneath the stencil. These don't do that. So I think you'll love that feel. Now I'm just going to come in and make this white. All right. And then I'm going to come in with my yellow. This is daffodil yellow, but I'm going to use a little bit of white because I'm on black. Okay. And so I'm going to just do the body. See this? I'm tapping just that body. All right. So I'm going to lift this and show you that that's the first step. But what happens, I'm going to dry that really quick. I'm going to show you it's fun and easy. All right. So actually where the yellow is going to be black. And where the white is, we are going to still be white. All right. So what I want to show you is that while it's like this, I want to take a small brush. Let's see right here. It's not a small brush. Okay. And I'm going to bring some bright, this is moon yellow, and I'm going to coat that whole area. Oops. With moon yellow. All right. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Pueblo and just do one side of it, kind of. All right, kind of like when I do butterflies, I put all kinds of shading in them. All right, so I got to dry that again. Let's put some more white out there. All right, so I can just put a little bit more white. And I like to put dragonfly glaze, some different specialty paints on this part, or color shifts, so it's just really metallic-y on the wings. All right, so I'm going to dry this. I know it's hard to see on black sometimes. All right, you have to move this pen around. It's like a heat gun, but it's focused on right while we're working. I use it a lot. It's also on my website. I use it a lot for glassware so that I can keep painting. And it's not too loud. All right, so this is dry. Now we can put this back on it. All right, so look what happens here. This is going to surprise you. Okay, so line it up. There we go. I'm all lined up. Now black's not going to show. So unfortunately, I do have to use gray on the legs. So I'm going to use a little bit of gray. And so you get this paint. You come to your paper towel, you rub it off. And because this is so small, I got to make sure I rub it off good. And you do these legs. I love how perfect these legs turn out, but I'm going to lift it because I'm not sure how it's going to turn out on black. See, there a little bit there, but let me put a teeny bit of white to like a highlight. Let's just brush that on there. Yeah, that'll help. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the licorice because on the body, the licorice will show. So I'm going to tap, 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 tap right on the body. I'm going to brush slightly into the wing and then let you see how great that looks. And isn't that killer? His little legs, his body, and I'm going to take my liner and pick up a little bit of licorice, because then I can come right in between here if I need to. I want that to show definitely a difference. All right. Isn't he fun? A little. All right, let's do the calla lily. I just wanted a bee coming in there and showing you how fun you can add onto there. All right, so I'm going to take some chalk and the calla lily. I'm going to do a couple of them so you see. Here is the base, and here is the base on this one. And then you have to have a point up here. All right, so this is the idea, is that you're going to take that around there, and you're going to take this one around here. So you want to come down and cover this. So if I'm here, I come down and go to there. See, it comes to there. And I come here and I come down and it comes to there. So this overlaps that. That's your base, right? So I just want to show you that I'm going to use, let's use this moon yellow and make it really strong. Moon yellow and Pueblo. And let's pick up some white right in the middle. I mean, on the yellow edge. Now I'm going to go into medium because this has a lot of paint, but look, that's the medium you use instead of water. See how fluffy it is? It's the fluff that's inside that paint with no pigment in it. So it helps this move for us. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come right here and I'm going to make this base. Okay, it's a big U. I'm trying to cover that chalk. All right, so I'm going to get some more medium. This should feel like butter when you're stroking, so you want to every once in a while go into medium, but don't do it a lot. Okay, so those are the bases. Now these are pinks and purples and yellows and whites. Those are the ones that you're going to see at calla lilies. All right, so I am going to pick up white again. All right, so now watch this. This is the tricky part. You're going to come right here. You're going to push down. So chisel, pressure, and then roll on top. See, I missed it. So I have to get more. Okay, chisel. Push out further. And then stand up, and roll. Perfect. See that? Now look, moon yellow, Pueblo, and white. And on the outside there, just dip a little bit in the Pueblo so it goes for you. All right, so I'm going to try to be out of your way. I'm going to hold the end of the brush more so that you can see. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Stand up, and roll over. All right, so you can see I need more. I want to point there, pressure, stand up, and roll back over top of that. Okay, so I can come back in here and smooth this out. So I can have this one going under that one. Okay, so let's do it again. So it's a little tricky, and nail techs use, because they do these a lot for weddings and all, nail techs use like a 2 or a 6 to do this. So it's kind of tricky. All right. I want to take off that chalk so it doesn't mess you up. All right, so I've got this ready again. I'm going to put a little bit of medium. So here I am. You chisel, pressure, come out and roll. All right, so I almost didn't make that. All right, so I'm going to chisel, pressure, stand up, and roll that all the way over. So when I roll this over, I can even come in here and show you that you can fill that in better. Now, what I need to do is come in here, because it's black. On other colors, you wouldn't have to. But see how I come back in and touch that up? Only because it's a black pad. We have black and gray pads at my company on my website. And what you want is, this is like 183 pound vellum. So it's smooth, really smooth. So when you're looking for pads, make sure the pads don't have a really dry texture on it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my smaller brushes. Do I have any 6 here? Oh, I think I put them, oh, there's one. All right, so I've got the 6. So what I'm gonna do is I can use different colors, but I'm gonna use Pueblo in the middle. And we're gonna tap, 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 tap. And that's gonna be the pollen like there in the middle. All right, it's a stamen right in the middle. So this is a 6 flat. And so I'm tap tapping. So some of these curve, but curving them and rolling them backwards is a little harder. So I want you just to start learning this guy. And people would always ask me to teach them how to do that roll. So I did it slow so you could see it. So go rewatch it a few times and practice with it. All right, so that needs highlights now. So there's 2 ways you can do that. You can put a little bit of white on it on one side. Okay, or you can put daffodil yellow on it. So see, I'm tapping the outside edge. I can still add some of that here too. Okay, and then I am going to still add a little bit of white. Now, I think y'all can see this really good that I did it on the licorice, but I want you to know that it might be easier for you on another color. I just want you to be able to see. Okay. And then I do not on small, you don't need it on small, but if you want to on a bigger piece like this, you can still come around and around with a liner and clean it up. Okay. And so just make it yours. Think about the colors you want to use. You can shade, float behind it and make it pop up more. All right, so now I'm going to use my 16 also, and I'm going to pick up some green. Let's use daffodil instead of moon yellow. And this is moss green, and this, right, let me make sure. This is a matte forest moss. Forest moss, I have about 7 or 8 colors in matte that I sell, and because I just love those colors. All right, so I just want you to know, oops, that's there. And you have to have medium. All right, so you're going to come right here to the base and you're going to pull this down. All right, they have a thicker stem. All right, so then I'm going to come here and I'm going to come up the other side. Okay, so look, this is what I would do if I were doing nails is I would take the little liner and I would just come up like this. All right. But the real calla lily leaf looks kind of like this. And it has specks in it. Maybe that's just a variation that does. Okay. So there you go. That's just a little lesson on how to do the little stenciling and how to do a calla lily. And just have fun doing it. Try it. You'll like it. Okay. I like to say that because if you're looking at it and going, This does take some practice, but so many nail techs ask me for it all the time. And if you have somebody who loves Calla lilies, you will love being able to paint one for them. Okay. So have fun and look at my bumblebee. Look, we're going to make that bumblebee trailing. He's flying. Okay. All right. Thank you guys.